Stars of the Pats special teams makes the hit. John Elway, an off-season for him. He's going to have surgery in a couple of days on the elbow. Tony Dorsett has been a disappointment. Sammy Winder, consistent again. Mark Jackson, brilliant the last 3 games. Vance Johnson having his best season. Clarence Kay at tight end. The offensive line reads stuttered. The rookie Perry, Bryan, Jariga, and Lanier. And it has been a great defensive effort the last 9 games, 7-1 by New England. Brent Williams, Tim Goad, the rookie from North Carolina, on the nose, and Garen Veras back from injury. Andre Tippett again in the Pro Bowl. Ed Reynolds, Johnny Rembert, they felt he should have made the Pro Bowl. Lawrence McGrew, the linebackers. Ronnie Lepet, Fred Marion, Roland James, and Raymond Claiborne. 100 interceptions from those 4 men in the team's season will end today or have ended. Tend to play very well if they get ahead early, but if they fall behind, there's no emotional backdrop for them to support. 3rd and 10. Elway guns and hits Mark Jackson. Who else? Jackson from Purdue, hit by Raymond Claiborne. A first down out at the 42-yard line. 13 yards for Jackson. He's looking for his 4th consecutive 100-yard receiving game. That would be a Denver record. You have to go back to the great Lionel Taylor to find anyone who's done it 3 straight times. Steve Sewell gets the carry out to the 44, where Ed Reynolds from Virginia makes the tackle. Away. Vance Johnson, and it's complete at the 45-yard line of the Patriots. Claiborne with the tackle.
Over the line of scrimmage.
Down to the 42-yard line, maybe the 41. Of course, the word on Dorsett and the interest in the Dallas Cowboy camp on their former running stars, the fact that he was traded here to Denver for a number 5 choice, unless Dorsett gained 750 yards. In that case, it would be a number 3 pick. So
an extra tackle at that weight.
Elway from the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. And he's going deep. And Vance Johnson, no flag. As cutting him off in the corner was number 23, Rod McSwain. Realistically, a very quiet Denver crowd. Here's the Patriots starters. Eason with Stevens, the brilliant rookie. Perriman, a good blocker. Morgan, the veteran, all-time pass catcher for New England. Cedric Jones, with the injured Pryor, and Russ Francis, the tight end. South runner. And he runs behind 5 outstanding blockers. Danny Villa, Sean Farrell, Mike Babb, Ron Wooten, and Bruce Armstrong. Armstrong from Louisville, a very young tackle at 23. In fact, he was the youngest starter in the league last year at 22. He's developing into one of the top talents at that position in the league. Ability of leading a team from that position. Here's the defensive line of Boyer, Cregan, and Townsend. We think about changes for Denver defensively. Some might come at that position. Simon Fletcher, Carl Mecklenburg, Rick Dennison. Michael Brooks starts today, 2nd-year man from LSU. Steve Wilson and Jeremiah Castile, a couple of soft corners. Dennis Smith and Mike Harden, the safety. Smith is tough hitter at that safety spot. Eason underneath to Morgan. He doesn't get the first down. He stopped at the 29 by Tyrone Braxton. And Denver in this scoreless first quarter. Sammy Winder up to the 44-yard line. And a pickup of 6 yards. It was at the last hour where no other NFL assistants could be hired then by Denver to replace Shanahan. Andre Tippett, the All-Pro, blasting through almost untouched to register a 3-yard loss.
That's the kind of respect that he has from the Bronco team.
Around the 40, 3rd down and 8. Elway going long and intercepted by the veteran Raymond Claiborne at the 45 to 50. And down to the 41 of Denver goes Claiborne with his 4th interception of the season. Mark Jackson, the intended receiver, made the tackle.
In the top 10 of cornerbacks in the NFL. An absolute marvel at what has to be the toughest physical position in the NFL to play. And he still has great anticipation, Lost a little bit of speed because of a knee injury last year, but still not a guy you want to mess with. See how closely he's covering on Vance Johnson and how well he responded to that football.
Actually, Johnson behind him had Elway floated it high, then played with maybe the best of the lot, has 18 interceptions. Rick Dennison closing in on Perryman, and Mecklenburg is at it with 62. Sean Farrell. Take our chances, and the formula has worked. Stevens. Ball left side. Mecklenburg makes the tackle down at the 24-yard line. Now the offense, NFL average, as we told you, 62 pass, 38 rush, and for the Patriots, who run the ball more than any team, 50-50.
And I'm sure if you just looked at the last 8 or 9 games, that number would drive up much higher on the rushing side.
Stevens trying to get outside, gets a great block, and he's on his way for a touchdown. What a block on the corner for Stevens, who runs right into the tool shed with 6 points.
Come on back, get out of those mowers and things. We need you back here on the field.
Looking for a wild card, has the early lead, 7-0. On his 26, Elway to Dorsett, and Dorsett breaking into the open at the 40, all the way to the 49-yard line of New England. Tony Dorsett, flashes of yesteryear.
Tony Dorsett has lost some of the leg strength, but he has not lost a great deal of speed. You give him an alley to run, and he can still motor. You see it there, run down from behind by number 38, Roland James, playing here today.
15 carries the last 4 games for Dorsett, who is number 2 all-time to the great Walter Payton, on to Jim Brown, Franco Harris, and John Riggins. Had to rise and tip it. He was a bargain as the 41st player picked. All-America of Iowa. Offsides. The nose man, Toby Williams. Elway with a free down, and he can't find Ricky Nattiel.
Offside, defense, number 96, 5-yard penalty, repeat the down, 3rd down.
Right back into the setting sun. Elway looking for Jackson, instead goes underneath to Dorsett, and he has a 1st down at the 31-yard line. Done by rookie John Stevens, 4 minutes left, 1st quarter here in Denver. Good yardage inside the 25 of New England. Done will use 4 wide receivers. And there's Mark Jackson going out of bounds by Ronnie Lequette. And a 1st down, a gain of 7.
Missing a lot of time this year, made it hard on him.
But a reverse to Nattiel. And then he pitches to Dorsett. And he's out of bounds at the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Well, a little wrinkle there for Denver here in this final home game of the year.
You're going to see some strange wrinkles here today.
They trail 7-0. They're deep in New England territory on 3rd and 4. And there's Vance Johnson with a 1st down at the 6-yard line in front of Ronnie Lequette.
New England to win last week against Tampa Bay.
Minute to go in the quarter, 1st quarter, and Denver trying to tie it up. On 2nd and goal, Elway has to throw it away. Clarence Kay was open, but Elway ran out of time. So it must have been interference in the end zone because they took the penalty to the 1. Here's Winder for the touchdown. Seven. 74 yards in 13 plays for the Denver Broncos.
We talked about Orson Mobley coming in motion as a lead blocker. And watch Winder running right up in behind him as he opens up the can here. That's the kind of creative blocking you see. It's a trap block by Mobley, and a good reaction by Johnny Rembert, but not able to hold him down inside.
And Winder even at that. fighting and just getting that ball across the goal line. His talent.
You never have to question whether he's going to give you 100%. I can tell you that. And he is great in traffic.
He wouldn't play today, but he looks like he might be ready to go. He's strapping that helmet on. Away out of the backfield to Winder. And Winder gains 6 before Johnny Rembert can drag him down.
To gap-type defenses to get away from the holding.
Winder on 2nd and 4, slashes to a first down and more before Fred Marion can make the open field tackle at the 33.
Team and the run game important to them here today.
Dorsett. And like a young pony out to the 39-yard line. Running the ball effectively in this first half against New England. It's tied at 7. And a long 3 then. Tony Dorsett. Yeah, he's visited the Fountain of Youth this week. He's running like the Dorsett of old behind the block of the 300-pound rookie from Southern, Gerald Perry.
Which has been a problem in the past and has come through with an excellent football season.
Good time for Elway, and there's a man open, Mark Jackson. He's at the 30 and out of bounds at the 23. A flag is down in the secondary. Looking for another 100-yard day.
Holding. Defense, number 42. Penalty is declined. First down.
And so his third catch of this first half, and he now has unofficially 51 yards, so he's halfway there.
He has replaced Vance Johnson as the big play man on this roster, and Johnson the big plays,
certainly in the last 4 games. The fake draw to Winder, then he throws to Winder. Good play and a gain down to the 15-yard line. A fake. 2nd and short for Elway. Underneath to Kay, and the first and goal at the 5-yard line. Tony Dorsett for the touchdown, untouched.
And it couldn't come at a better time for Denver, igniting these fans, giving them an opportunity to sustain some emotion and keep the
91st career touchdown has given the Broncos the lead, 14-7.
Play, double team inside right here, a block out, the key block thrown right here by Winder to allow Dorsett to come into the end zone. Really a fine play, and Winder just unloads on number 52, Johnny Rembert. Look at that block inside. His spring, it's the motor nerves that were injured in that right hand, and he said they're getting better all the time, but Eason, who is such a natural thrower, now has to think about that throwing motion.
Lobs this one out, complete to Stanley Morgan, and Morgan, who had 501 catches coming into this game, is out of bounds with a first down after that pickup. And Indianapolis all figure in that. Indianapolis would have to lose. Stevens, 31-yard line, but what blocking out in front. 3 more yards for him, 7 more, so it's 2nd and 3. And Stevens hit hard at the line of scrimmage. Dennis Smith coming up from strong safety to make the tackle. Stevens falling forward to the 32.
Defense will be gone, and they want to play well here today.
Stevens again, and he almost fought his way through the entire pack and would have had a touchdown. It took the whole team to get him down, and the last wave was there to trip him up at the 37-yard line, Dennison and Dennis Smith.
And you want to ask the question, Dick, how many more yards would Stevens have on the year if he ran with one arm on the ball? There's no question it takes away some of his mobility, some of the quickness in his cutting.
How about Ickey Woods today for Cincinnati? There's another great rookie in the AFC. Stevens. He's to the 49-yard line, and another first down before Mecklenburg can get to him.
He's going back to that one arm around the ball, two arm around the ball.
Last one like a 10-year veteran. He took off the linebacker, knocked him off stride, went out, caught the pass. Eason to Morgan, and the veteran has a first down at the 39 of the Broncos. Kevin Guidry playing very loose on the corner.
I think what they're saying is that he was moving forward as that ball was snapped.
Big play for the Patriots, trailing 14-7. Eason has his man, and it's a first down at the 24 to Morgan. And are they ever playing soft on Stanley Morgan, even though Eason does not have the strength of arm? And Eason gets the first down at the 24. This is Reggie Dupard, who played at SMU, and he's inside the 20-yard line. Let's check the clock now. Minute 23, and the clock stopped for the moment as the pass.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Second down for Eason. Underneath he goes to the rookie Sammy Martin for short yardage. Jeremiah Castillo makes the tackle, a 4-yard pickup. No huddle for the Patriots. Patriots have 2 timeouts left. Ooh, what a hit at the 16-yard line, short of the first down. Dennis Smith again.
4th down, a choice for Barry. Do you go for the field goal here, or do you try and pick it up? It's 3rd and a healthy 2 yards to go.
For the field goal, it'll be 32 yards. Borowski, who has missed some short ones, hits this one right down the middle. So Barry, figuring why leave without something, wants to go into that locker room with the field goal and gets it. A 32-yard kick by the former Tulsa man. He went to Tulsa as the team manager, became the field goal kicker, and is, like so many kickers, has tried to find a place for 3 years. And he's never forgotten, he said, the big referee in the sky when he hits one. He points up saying, hey, sometimes I missed them and I forgot to thank the good Lord.
Well, he's had
Elway looking very loose as he left the sidelines. Maybe there's a little surprise in the works here. No, straight ahead goes Winder. And he has 8 or 9 yards before Ed Reynolds.
I think it's going to give him a turnover on that.
Hold on. This would really be something with 19 seconds left. The clock
have a 60-yarder in him, and will give him opportunities on anything over the 45 range.
Garcia, number 7. Sigurd Jones has to get out of bounds, and that was the key to that play. He'd 5 yards, the longest of the year for Jason Starofsky, who misses to the left.
That was not a good snap. Eagles did a good job of getting that ball down, but it threw off the timing of the kicker, Starofsky.
In December in Denver, and it was a good first half for the Broncos, who lead New England. Patriots playing for the wild card, 14-10. Here's the scoring. The longest run of the year for John Stevens started it off for the Patriots as he rumbled 23 yards to give the Pats a 7-0 lead. It was the first touchdown scored by New England on grass in 10 quarters this year. But back came Denver. John Elway using his backs. Dorsett had a long run, and then Winder capped the drive with a 1-yard plunge to make it 7-all. And then it was Elway again. This time Dorsett behind a crushing block by Winder to give the Broncos a 14-7 lead. And why is it that Denver's suddenly running the football so well?
Well, they want to make me look bad, Dick. I said all they had was Elway back there, and they've come out and added some dimension. And I've got to say this, that they're responding emotionally to this last game, and as they had to do, and they got off to a fast start as they had to do. And now the important thing is to sustain through the second half of this ball game against a team that New England has not played as well as we expected them to play so far.
Now, we have it from reliable authorities that Joe Collier and his defensive assistants will be released after this game. So Denver will do a house cleaning on that side of the football. And I've got to think that in some ways that Collier and Reeves have used that emotionally to spark this team, because they like Collier. The players like this man.
He has been a very popular coach with them, and his 20 years here in Denver have made him the kind of figure that is, it's almost heretic, kind of a heretical. How would we say that, Dick? It's a horrible thought for a lot of folks to see a Denver team without a Joe Collier. And yet Reeves, who inherited Collier, would like to see a system and a coach that is more compatible with his beliefs on the defensive side of the line of scrimmage. And there's no question in my mind that although Collier will end up being a scapegoat to some degree, that there are changes that must be made, and perhaps this is the best way to go about doing it. As the Denver is 5 of 7 in third down situations against the defense that leads the league in that category. The stats pretty even as you look down. 2 turnovers by the Broncos, a critical stat there. And
Eason handing off to Stevens, tripped up for a loss. Dennis Smith and Kevin Guidry. No, it's with Carl Mecklenburg in there to assist, but it's Smith who has played a big game defensively for about playing with one arm tied behind your back. Eason under pressure and almost a ball up for grabs as Morgan has it knocked away by Harden and Braxton.
Denver.
So Denver dominating the series, but Denver also having the advantage of hosting the series. It just worked out that way with a computer. James bluffed in the safety blitz, then the throw underneath to Nichio, breaks one tackle, and then fumbles the ball. We'll see if, no, the whistle had blown it dead. Claiborne was the man who made the tackle, a little extra activity after the fumble, 14-10. Eason to Robert Perryman for 7 yards. Carl Mecklenburg the tackle. Stevens. Enough for the first down at the 31-yard line. And again, embracing that ball, clutched with both hands as he runs it off tackle. Boyer and Mecklenburg with a stop. Dennison there as well.
And tries to go back and utilize them again later in the ball game.
Stevens to the 37-yard line behind the block of Robert Perryman. Perryman serving that role just as Winder blocked so well for Dorsett the first half.
Although Grogan still calls some of them, very much more involved in the play calling this year.
Stevens on the loose. One man to beat. It's Wilson. And from behind, Castillo makes the tackle at the 11-yard line. John Stevens, we told you his longest run of the year coming into this game was 21 yards. 3-yard touchdown, and now rips off 52 yards.
Such a dangerous receiver. You see the little bounce out there, and then just utilizing his great speed, slowed down momentarily as he dodged behind to set up the block for Cedric Jones, which allowed the tackle from behind. Great maturity, and he still is showing that here.
Denver may have been offside. Flags fly as Perriman gets to the 3-yard line. Richie Dupart gets only a couple of those 4 yards. Mecklenburg spearheading the charge. Boyer was there to assist along with Michael Brooks.
On his hands, you've really done something to a defensive team.
3rd and 2. Direct snap to Tupu, and on his own, did the whistle sound it? Yes, yes. And boy, was that remindful of a play a couple of years ago that really brought pain to New England when Tupu fumbled and Dennis Smith picked it up.
The ball was blown dead. Same play we saw earlier, only this time to Tupu moving laterally. Look how he drives that pile forward. And there you're seeing that one of the weaknesses of this front seven. They really don't have physical players who can move the pile backwards. Now that's something sad to say about a front seven defensively.
Barry with a tough call. It's 4th and inches. We'll see his decision when we return. Elected to forsake the field goal. Might have changed his mind had they made that field goal at the end of the first half. Would have made it 14-13. He wants to touch down the balls on the 2-yard line, 4th and inches. Eason, incomplete.
Sometimes gets to be a dirty word.
Meanwhile, that goal line stand by Denver may be the answer to part of the playoff puzzle.
2nd and 7, Elway from the end zone. Vance Johnson. First down at the 26-yard line before Claiborne can whistle him down. Remaining third quarter. Denver 14, New England 10. That was the score at halftime. Mobley this time, he does catch the ball and breaks the tackle to the 35.
Well, we got a holding call over there on Dave Stunnard, who literally threw Andre Tippett to the ground.
Look at it, two quarterbacks in
Billy has had a tough year. Physically, a very tough year.
Elway gets away from Tippett, but he can't hit Jackson.
Talking about Billy Brown, kept him from doing that during the '88 season.
Third down. Eason will run for it. He's not going to get it. Jim Ryan got Eason. And the Patriots are going to have to punt. And now it starts to get more and more serious for New England. 2 minutes, 7 seconds left in the third quarter.
Not a good kick.
The Teal can return this one from the 34. Running start all the way to the 48-yard line. And now, after starting on the 2-yard line, what seemed just minutes ago, now it's Elway starting from midfield. Move today the way they've played. Here's Dorsett having a big game and getting more. Out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
With some very fine runs.
Well, he's 60 yards away from costing Denver a couple of places in the draft list.
Conditional draft. They give away a 3 instead of a 5 for him.
Winder breaks a tackle. And he's down close to the 30-yard line. And in fact, looking for more to add to their 14-10 lead. Oh, Winder runs into a tough tackler. Elway. Wide receivers. Intercepted. Well read by Roland James, and only because the pass was low was James denied, and he had a running start going the other way. They were stopped on Denver's 2, a possible go-ahead touchdown in the third. Eason down at the 4-yard line. Walt Boyer.
Piece at a time to get the points on the board. Not a good situation for them here.
From the end zone, Eason hands off to Dupart. And he's out of bounds at the 10-yard line, shy of the first down. Dennis Smith, another tackle. He's been as good as his Pro Bowl years in Denver. Nateel, a dangerous return man at the other end. Best kick of the day for Fiegels. It'll force Nateel to his 43. A reverse to Bell. That did not fool Ernest Gibson and 4 other Patriots.
As I said, they need the big play.
Here comes Rembert, and he forces the quick throw by Elway, incomplete. Johnny Rembert from the outside applying pressure. 35-year-old Grogan out of Kansas State in his 14th year. He's led the Patriots to some great rallies. But Perriman is stacked up by Brooks, and a fumble on the play after the whistle. The Tupu is the running back behind Grogan. And he hits Cedric Jones for what appears to be a first down out at the 17-yard line. But it appears to be in the hands of the team of Grogan and Flutie now. And Grogan going deep for Jones. And too long. There you go. Incomplete behind Perriman, right into the heels of Jim Ryan. Grogan and his day also had some good numbers running the ball. He was a top rushing quarterback 4 years.
Yeah. He did what Elway did early in his career.
Over the middle to Jones, and he can't hang on. Tyrone Braxton and Mike Harden were there. Braxton in front of Jones might have shielded him from the ball.
Numbers in the first half on the conversions.
The Eagles' kick is a perfect spiral. Nateel at the 32. And down at at the 42. And then that disaster in overtime to the Raiders, 30-27 when Denver led 24-0 at the half. And Tony Dorsett gallops to the 43, and a flag down. Could be a face mask on the end of the play. 15 more yards for Dorsett.
Face mask, defense number 31, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Brett Marion, reliable free safety, in position to make the tackle and reaches out. Well, no question about it. Is playing today like it really matters to him.
Long range future. The way he's playing, 88 yards for Dorsett. He gets the call again, and nothing there this time. Where they have only Perry, Kelly a tight end, and Guidry a reserve cornerback.
And only Gerald Perry has had a chance to start and have an impact. The other two really marginal players. New England, on the other hand, with 3 starters out of this group.
Good enough to win it.
Wouldn't that be something? I don't know if that's a good something.
On second and 12, Elway off play action. Vance Johnson out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Inbounds. Clock runs. 14-10, Denver leads. Flying catch by Mark Jackson. First down at the 22. On the coverage.
Not close enough to cover, but look at this leaping catch. A circus catch that Jackson has made routine. No flag.
Well, Jackson now has 25 catches in the last 4 games. Winder right through the hole. He's still going. To the 4-yard line. First and goal, Denver.
It's not an easy task to sustain emotion in a game that means absolutely nothing in terms of playoffs. But you mentioned some key words: pride, job security. A lot of talent has shown a good mark today.
First and goal with 9:22 to go, and Winder has the touchdown.
Players on offense, John Elway, you could expect that, and Sammy Winder. Well, that's the kind of play that they were applauding here in Denver.
New England, 9 minutes and 18 seconds left, and 10 points to tie. They have a couple of possessions, you would think, in that amount of time, but they must be opportunistic to reverse the season. Hollis scuffs it a bit. This guy's dangerous, but not when he's hit that early by Tim Bell. Martin denied the 20-yard line. And resources. Townsend missed an easy tackle, and Grogan turns it into a first down. Cedric Jones out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Morgan left. Jones right. Protection, and it goes to Dupart, the running back. He stops the clock out of bounds at the 39. Brooks the Brogan guns the ball, and it's a catch at the 43. Sammy Martin. That was a fine reception. Mosi Tutupu getting an extra yard with those powerful legs. That's not enough for a first down. 2-yard run that seemingly set up New England for the lead. Now Stevens runs right into number 71, Greg Cragen. Now again, Denver had a stun on. Cragen looking to the outside. They're going for it. They're all big plays now. Grogan and Dupart makes a top catch with Robbins all over him, and it's a 12-yard gain and a first down. And the cheering section back home. Grogan going for 6. Touchdown, no, intercepted. It's intercepted by Tyrone Braxton. Took it right out of the hands of Cedric Jones.
For these Broncos.
And Grogan might have tried to get it done too quickly. His pass was a little underthrown, and Ray Kubiak is now the quarterback for Elway. And they stay on the ground predictably, and New England waiting for it. Tippett wraps up Winder.
Walking away with a loss today would have left such bitter memories for this Bronco team. Kubiak down by Brett Williams.
And almost took the ball away from Kubiak in the process. You look at the New England 45. Horan punting from his end zone. Short kick. And it takes a Denver bounce out of bounds right on the 50-yard line. And the Patriots still are in it, but they need to score on this possession, you would think. And to Tupu, and you don't even have to see the number when a man starts moving tacklers with him the way Mosi does.
And an opportunity for so much to gain. They have not been able to convert.
3rd and 10. Screen to Dupart. He's got a couple of blockers. And he uses the sidelines out of bounds at the 26. Clearly the spirit of this holiday season. On 1st down, Grogan has it twice swatted down by Greg Cragen. Grogan with 3:28 left looks at 3rd and 10. And he's going deep. Ooh, almost on the deflection to Dennis Gadbois, who was just activated.
Yet out of the hands of Steve Wilson.
Martin and Jones, the speed is to the right. He goes back to the middle, and Morgan, the veteran, has a 1st down at the 10 as he snares a bullet in a 16-yard gain between Dennis Smith and Mike Harden. Look out. It was Townsend who got there first, and Roland Jones. Into the end zone, and incomplete. Denver takes over on downs.
Defensively, of course, which has forced the changes here, the defensive philosophy and the defensive situation in Denver.
Kubiak, the quarterback. Sewell on a reverse. And Fred Marion just does bump him out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Well, they do what they're told to do.
Yeah,
Cody will play
there. Yes, he will.
As they take over and downs at the 40-yard line.
He's done this before.
At Boston College, he gets it all the way to the end zone where it's intercepted by Randy Robbins. And Flutie, as Robbins carries it out, hustles downfield and forces the fumble, but Robbins recovers. And meanwhile, away from the play, and elbows and forearms being thrown.
Game declared over by the officials. Season is not over for Raymond Berry. It is, unless they get a lot of help. And for Dan Reeves, a chance to think about next year and the changes that need to be made before then.